Wow. This episode of the Str8 Factz Podcast is brought to you by the Pina Colada Slab Freshener. This one is for my coconut lovers, my pineapple lovers, my Pina Colada lovers. If that's you, this for you. You can order it with my link, my download link, my ambassador link. If you rock with me, click that link and order yours today. It kills the smoke on contact.
In the back, I'd rather speak straight facts and get straight to the stacks. Cause every loss that I took, I got it right.
Wow. Welcome to another episode of the Str8 Factz Podcast, where we speak straight facts, nothing but the facts. So don't make us fact check that, man. And today we got a special guest, man. We got a loving father, a loving husband, man. Big community activist, man. And now he's a candidate running for school board, man. Josh Edmond. What's up, Mr. Josh?
Thank you for having me, Eazyana, man. It's a pleasure to be on your podcast, man. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, man. Thank you, man. And just thank you for making time, because you've been busy. We've been trying to set this up, man. And just thank you for making time, man. We here today, man. And I appreciate that, man. For real. So real quick, man, we're gonna get right into it, man. You can get right into it. So you're running for school board, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the exact seat, that you're running for, and what's the responsibility of that position?
All right, I'm running for school board District 3 in Lafayette, Louisiana. The seat is currently being held by Mr. Elroy Broussard, who is now pursuing candidacy for City Council District 1. So I'm running for an open seat right now, being that he's vacating the seat to run for City Council. The responsibilities of that seat, man, is to be like help govern policies and procedures and safety and education component for all the kids in LPSS. I want to say all the kids, Eazyana, because I'm not just representing District 3 kids. When I take that seat, I'm representing all 9 districts as a whole, even though my focus is on District 3.
Okay, yeah, man. That's big right there, man. That's big right there already, overseeing and setting them expectations up so high, man. Like you say, not just focus, you getting that seat, but you want to focus on the whole as a whole, man, and that's real dope, man. That's real dope, man. Out of all the positions or all the spots you could have ran for, you did say this one was open. So is that the reason why you ran for this? Because it was open, or
No. Eazyana, I sat down with my team, and I'll be honest with you, my team, my management team, and the team I'm involved with, they thought I should have pursued a bigger seat. That's for maybe city council. But the current gentleman that's running for city council, me and him we sat down 4 years ago, and I told him I would never run against him. As long as he was in the seat, I wasn't gonna make a move against the seat. So when he decided to run for city council, we knew that was gonna happen. That gave me the out to run for school board. And he's I believe everything is in steps, bro. Is the school board seat my last seat? I don't think so. I'm gonna go higher, but right now I'm a strong believer, bro. You can't get to high school without going to kindergarten. So I'm gonna use this experience with the school board for now. I'm not thinking about no other seat now. I'm thinking about winning the seat and start making some positive changes, efforts in my community. But no telling what the future may hold.
Hey, man. I've been seeing, watching you, just still supporting you here from Cali, man. These events, a lot of free events you've been having back to back for the, like you say, for the community, man. Between now and the election, how many more events, that you have that the public can come out to and meet you and, just hang out and get to know who you is?
Well, for 3 days next week doing early voting. People can, after they vote, they can go to El Citos and get free food. The menu, I don't know exactly what the menu is for the next. I think it could be 3 days next week. I don't know what's exactly the menu, but they'll be able to get free food after they early vote this week. We will be throwing together a campaign rally with a major Zydeco act, and that's to be determined whether it's going to be before election or election appreciation party for all the constituents in the area. But we've been doing everything free. We did the campaign appreciation at the Brass Rum. Everything was free. But Eric, I'm gonna go back to this. You've been knowing me for a good minute now.
Yeah.
Even before this election started, everything I gave was free.
Facts.
Everything I gave was free. As long as you've been knowing me, everything was free.
Facts. And not to cut you off, everything has been free, and it's always been about the kids.
Right.
Always right. About the kids, because you even pushed me and had me doing some events with the kids. So
absolutely,
always,
absolutely. So everything I'm doing this year isn't because I'm trying to run for office. I've been doing this. People that just get to know Joshua Edmond might be saying, "Oh, well, maybe he's doing that because he's trying to win a seat." You go back 10 years, I've been doing all this stuff, bro. And I will do it, win, lose, or whatever. If I'm not successful October 14th, which I'm claiming victory, but if I'm not successful, I would not leave and go away. I'm gonna still be in the community doing what I've been doing. I'm rooted and grounded in this community, bro.
Right. So all right, so the election is October 14th, right?
October 14th.
All right, that's the election day, the last day for voting. All right, so right now, man, voting is open September 30th till October 7th, right?
October 7th, early voting, yes, sir.
All right, October 7th is the last day, man. So y'all get out, early vote, man. You always got time, man. Make time, get out there and vote, man. And I posted on I posted on all my social medias. I was interviewing. You got a bunch of questions. Few of them we ain't gonna get to because we could probably gonna run out of time, but we're gonna get to most of them, man. You get in, man. Let's say you get elected. It's the first thing that that you want to tackle, or the first few things that you have in mind that you're going in and you want to do and you want to change.
The very most important thing, bro, is we want to look at the teacher shortage in Lafayette. We got a shortage on teachers, and we got a shortage on bus drivers. So I'm going to tap into the teacher shortage and the transportation issue, man. First thing, man. We got teachers that's teaching school with associate's degrees, and that's how much with the shortage of teachers. So we got teachers with associate's degrees teaching, and even though they teach with an associate's degree, I want to make sure that they are encouraged to go back to school in their downtime and either get their master's, bachelor's, or doctorate. You know what I'm talking about? So that way they can still enhance themselves while they teaching. So I want to encourage that, and I want to find out why we don't have enough of bus drivers, and I want to find out which ways we can do to attract them and give them incentives for them to be able to stay with the school board as a bus driver.
Right. Yeah, man. That's dope. You say that because just on my Facebook there's a lot of Lafayette people, and that was one of the things that I always see, like, oh, transportation. Oh, the bus didn't show up. The bus and that's man. That's real dope, man. That's dope. Okay. So this a question from the social media, just to say, man. So a lot of talks have been about the younger kids that get in trouble or something at school being sent to La Rosen. I'm not sure if La Rosen is like caps or laps or whatever the case may be, but I've been hearing about it. So would you change, or is there any solution or anything that can come up with little kids being sent there, or is it a grade cutoff or something should be in place? Or
Look, Easy. I done been to LaRoche a couple of times to be the guest speaker to speak to the kids, not only to kids but also to the teachers and the staff. And LaRoche is an alternative school for disciplinary problems. Right. So when a kid cuts up at the base school, let's just use JW Falk for example. A kid lashes out at JW Falk, he get reprimanded, and the recommendation is to go to LaRoche. He can go to LaRoche for either 45 days to 90 days. After that 45 days or 9 days is over with, they'll go back to their base school. Okay. But this is where I'm at with it, Eric. While those kids are at while these kids are at LaRoche for 45 days to 90 days, what measures are being taken to find out the root cause of these kids having disciplinary problems in their base school? Are they being evaluated? Are they being is there being programs there to get their mind cultivated to go back to their base school with a focused mind and not to be disruptive in class? Because 85% of the time, these kids go back to their base school with more disciplinary problems than they left with. If these kids are not being treated, if these kids don't know the true meaning of self-preservation, of self-worth, accountability, integrity, all we're doing is just doing a revolving door of 45 days and 90 days. Right. So my piece on that, Eric, is that we got to make sure these kids are evaluated, and we got to get programs like Project Choices, Speaker to Inspire Through Experience, 100 Black Men of Greater Lafayette, New Day Outreach. Get some of these programming into LaRoche. That way they can understand what them kids going through. Because Eric, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'm not gonna say the school, but there was a kid that was cutting up in school. And when I say cutting up in school, he's lashing out, he's sleeping during class, and everything like that of the nature, Eric. And they couldn't do nothing with the kid. Well, we talked to the kid. Got on this level. You got to meet him where they're at, Eric. Right. Got the kid, talked to the kid, make a long story short. The little kid, mama, boyfriend, would come home every night on whatever drug or whatever high he was on, and he would just beat the mama. The little boy would see his mom in a domestic situation every night. And as a young boy, you got a mama, Eric, as a young boy, you could defend your mama. You could step to make sure your mama don't get hurt. So when he go to school in the morning, he been up all night making sure his mama was okay. So he's sleeping in class. So they say, well, he's a problem. All you do is sleep in class. And didn't even know what was going on at the home. Right. You know what I'm talking about? The quality of life of the kid was in jeopardy at home. And he came back, and the side effects of what he was going through at home was displayed at school as in the form of sleeping. Right. So when we found out what was happening, we was able to get certain situations in place to where the gentleman was no longer with the mama. The gentleman probably has some open charges and whatever, but he's no longer there with the mama. Now this kid is excelling. Yeah. But we got to find out the quality of life and the root cause of it. Right. No, if you're dead tired in homeroom, the first class of the day, if you're dead tired, sleeping in homeroom, snoring, something going on at night to where I can see it after PE, you're a little wore out. After you eat lunch, you're a little sleepy. But the first hour, your dog tired, something's going on somewhere else, man. We gotta get people to understand that, man. Yeah, no, definitely, man. And you're right, man, because just in life, period, a lot of times, even with just like going to work every day, that job just focus on that job. They don't think about your life outside of that job or what's going on. All they think is production. That's all they think. You know, when people really have real life problems outside of this, and school should definitely be a safe haven for kids to come in and just be able to want to talk and get help also. Right. You know, but definitely, man. Okay, that's okay. So yeah, that's very dope, man. What else we got, man?
What you think about tutoring being mandatory or just or fitting in somehow for kids that's failing? Like it's automatically like, if you failing, this tutoring is it's not an option no more where where the parent may have to get tutoring or something like that. Or do they already offer that already?
Well, they offer tutoring, they offer after school care, but what we got to understand is that what I learned, like say I'm in the 6th grade, what I learned in the 6th grade, you're probably learning it in the 3rd right now.
Right.
Algebra in the 10th grade probably is being taught at the 7th grade level now. Yeah. Understand what I'm saying? When I was in the 6th grade, I didn't know, we didn't have nothing called YouTube.
Right.
we didn't have nothing called a tablet.
Right.
Yeah. The closest to technology we had was a beep on the waist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the thing about it, we gotta utilize technology as a tutoring piece, because some of these kids, I got some grandchildren.
Right.
My 2-year-old grandchild know how to get on YouTube.
Right.
On the phone, bro.
Right. The phone could be locked and everything.
Look, we gotta pick the information where they want to be at. You want to be on YouTube? Let's find some YouTube. Let's put that Coco Melon tutoring thing in there. Or they want Coco Melon? They want Pokemon? Let's do some Pokemon tutoring.
Yeah.
Hey, it piqued their interest. But tutoring should be a mandate to a failing kid. Now, I don't think tutoring is mandatory across the board, because that's honor students that just get it like that. But if a kid is failing, I think tutoring should be mandatory.
Yeah. Right. Definitely. Well, I'm glad that you did touch on, like you say, what we were learning probably in the 6th grade, they learning in like the 3rd grade or something now. So what's this what you know about like this Common Core? I see a lot of talks about it, and so what actually is it, and how it works, and I also see a lot of people say kids are failing and adults be like, I don't even understand it, So what's your take on that?
Well, this is my thing, bro. I think Common Core is important in some situations. In some situations, I think that is I'm not saying it's a waste. I just think that sometimes, if it's not going to be utilized in the ACTs or in certain things that they are bringing to the adult life, adulthood, I just think that it should be something that I feel like this. I think everything a kid can learn should be used in the adulthood life. If it's not going to be something they're going to be doing in the adult, you got to know the basics. You got to know the entry level stuff and everything like that. But Common Core, this could be a whole conversation within itself, because it got some pros and cons. You know what I'm talking about? Some people say, man, Common Core is necessary, Common Core is needed. Some people say, well, man, it's a waste. But it do have its pros and cons. Depends on which side of the spectrum you're looking at. That'd be my answer.
Right. So just like I said, I don't know nothing about it. Would it be probably not, but would it be something that someone would use in their everyday life? Because there's a lot of things I did in school that I don't use today, or I never used since I've been out of school.
No, I don't think it's something you use in your everyday life. No, I don't.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So them dates. Well, if you can, you have those dates for the events that's coming up before the election, that the people can come out and mingle and just check out the community.
Look, 3 days next week. We got early voting until the 7th.
Right.
So you got 3 days next week. You pull up after you go to the King Center. You'll see the tents, the barbecue pit, the black pots, or whatever out there. Yeah. Pull up, get your free plate of food. Saturday, 4 or 5 people that was already running for office, like myself. I think Clyde Gabriel, Errol Broussard, Timmy Sashon, Monique Boulay that's running for mayor president. We all popped up in and out, greet the people that way vote. We can't do this on the actual voting grounds because it's an ethnic violation. but they pulled up by El Citos and we shook their hands, thank them for voting, and just asked them to vote for the candidate of their choice that they think will do the right thing in this upcoming election.
Yeah. And in the community, man, I seen you had you guys did what it was. I don't know if it was a crosswalk or it was a painting you guys did. And then I seen you framed it. You know what is the painting, and what's the inspiration behind it, and who was a part of it, and how did it come about?
All right. I'm the president of Oasis Community Coterie, and the Coterie is everything inside University, Willow, Benoit Falgo Road, and I-49. Now there's a bunch of different neighborhoods inside that pocket. Collectively, they're all together. It's called Oasis. Inside Oasis, we have Truman, which I live in Truman, and people got a bad interpretation of Truman. So what I started doing, Eric, is start looking for the good in Truman. Started seeing what was the first building built in Truman, who was the who in the Black community in Truman did something that was important, who did this, who did that. And as I was doing my research, I was thinking maybe I'm gonna come across one name, two names, bro. But I came across a plethora of people that did a lot of important stuff in their community, man. So I commissioned a paint with Brian Benoit Art Gallery, and he painted this beautiful painting of all the positive stuff in Truman. The first Black strategic air fireman, air pilot, Kim Perrott, basketball, Mr. Truman, long life residents of Truman, the first Black woman that lived in the first Black residents of the Truman projects, Mr. Sid Williams, and I took all those different legends and them icons and put them together, and that's how the paint came across. And we did a Rails to Trail event where we're trying to get the rails established like they got in Atlanta, like they got in North Louisiana, where they take abandoned railroad tracks and make them walking and hiking trails, and they put different things up there. Like we could do farmers market on a Saturday on the trail, or we could do an art exhibit. We could even do a garage. Matter of fact, I'm planning, in the thought process, I'm planning of doing a community garage sale on the trail, where people are set up the tents and the canopies and have things for sale on the trail, and do stuff like that, and get a food truck, get a DJ, and just make it a family event from like 7 to 2 on a Saturday. Like once we don't have to exhaust people out by doing it every Saturday, but doing it one Saturday a month, when you got fresh fruits, you got vegetables, you got garage sales, you got information stuff, you got vendors that's offering free health screening, blood pressure checks, first time buyer programs, you know what I'm talking about? People that need certain services for their house, and just do stuff like that, Eric. And what happens, Eric, just like the music. I hope you touch on the music before you get off the air. But
hey, look, you taking everything out my. You already know me. You know me already. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You already,
Just like the music, bro. When we used to have those showcases, we used to have Rock the Mic. When we used to have Rock the Mic, or the Southern Tea Awards and stuff like that. Hey, Rock the Mic, at the end of the day, shouts out to Keith Berry. Rock the Mic was a competition.
Right.
But it was a friendly competition.
Right.
How many people that was on Rock the Mic through Keith Berry that end up doing features together?
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So we have this lady that, say for instance, she do home health. So she got a booth set up for home health services. Right. The booth 2 spaces down, focus on mental health. Now she got a client that's in a mental health crisis, but now she just networked with a mental health facility that offer free care. So now they've been merged their business. They not merge their business, but they merge their networking opportunities together. Yeah. So now when she needed a mental health consultant, she called this lady. Right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And shout out to Destiny, man. I get that from Destiny. She call that keeping the money in a circle, and absolutely. not just about the money, but just building that bond and that family to where it's here, and it's a revolving circle. Everybody's straight.
Right, and Destiny, bro. Destiny, she's age 8. stop. I even gotta explain that. I already know how me, you, Destiny, we rock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? We don't see each other and talk to each other often like we do, but we just pick up where we left off whenever we see each other,
Right. Hell yeah, man. So yeah, man, that's what I was gonna ask. So the music, man, you still, into it how you was into it, or you step back from it, or you still have artists, or you plan on getting back in it? What's the deal with it now?
I got one artist, bro. I got one artist, Str8, young white brother, man, gospel artist. I have him right now. I'm still affiliated with it behind the scenes. I call certain people, make some connections happen. Like with a Hot Topic, my little daughter Victoria, Miss Tori, shouts out to Miss Tori, Ice Doll, Lil Simone, Hot Topic. So I still bank it live. I still do some connections behind the scenes, but with the music thing, bro, whenever I was doing the music, when Unique Entertainment took off, I showed the city that it could be more than just music.
Right.
All right. Bank It Live got a bar and grill now. Still doing music. All right. Lil Simone do her shades. Ice Dog do her little teeth stuff with her smile stuff. What she do? Tori do all kind of stuff. She got some offices she got going on. What she did clean offices and stuff like that. Outside of that stuff. So music have to be an avenue for you to be heard, but you use that network and networking and communication piece of the music to broaden your reach. I tell Tori all the time. I say I hate when you put local in front of artists because you're putting yourself inside a box. You're an artist. You just happen to be in the proximity of Lafayette.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to stop putting local. Sometimes you gotta put, instead of local, you gotta change. If you want to put something like that, you put upcoming. If you feel like if you feel like you
something like that,
inspire. Yeah, I'm saying, definitely. Would we get a Kendrick, another Kendrick project? You, Slim, KR.
Yeah, hey, bro. I don't think another Kendrick project will happen. Not because of nothing. KR, Slim Chance, T-Pop, man, that's my dudes.
Yeah.
But I think we gave them what we gave them on Kendrick Spirits 1 and 2, and Kendrick, still Kendrick.
Yeah.
I think that a solo album by Kiara will happen. I think Slim Chance done dropped about 4 or 5 videos. Slim Chance probably got a catalog. Let me tell you something about Slim. Slim doesn't have to drop another project. He can go in his vault and drop about 5 albums right now. In his vault.
Yeah. Look, me and Slim talk, man, a lot, like damn near every day. And he definitely he got a project dropping on his birthday, man, October 21st.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So and he just, like you say, he didn't drop videos 2 in 1 week sometimes, just dropping, man. And man, shout out to Slim, because at one time he was talking about, man, I ain't about to do this no more. I'm giving it up. And I told him, man, and y'all could ask him behind my back, I stayed on him, like, man, you can't, like, how you can't just quit because you didn't came this far, did all of this. Now you just gotta put it out. Like you say, he can go in his vault and just drop. And that's what people are seeing, the consistency, because he have him in his vault, he can just drop, and he's doing it, you know what I'm saying? And he see the results of it. He see, he see that it's reaching people. Newer, bigger people is seeing and commenting and saluting him, and you know what I'm saying, hitting him up for work, and but definitely, man, Slim definitely stayed worked and got that vault worked up, man. And KR should definitely drop some solo. It's just always needed from artists like that.
Hey, man, I had the pleasure of flying with them boys to Denver, Colorado, to record Kendrick Spirits, man. Me, Lady Kim, LTT Pop, Slim Chance, and Kiara, man. we flew to meet KR in Denver, and to watch magic happen between Lady Kim, KR, and Slim Chance, man. Them bars do it so effortlessly, bro. Like they just grab the mic and they just go at it. And the way KR said, Josh, I need you to ad lib right here. And KR counted the bars. KR counted the bars in his head. And he just nodded and said, go. Now, the engineers on that, because the way the studio was built, it was a big studio. The engineer came to see us. And KR said, go. And I ad-lib on I forgot the name of that song, but he was talking about, I was acting like his dad. I had the voice of his dad in the song. That's me ad-libbing it. And when the engineer played it back, it was spot on, bro. That dude was just listening.
Yeah.
Go. Say what you gotta say right now. And spot on. I said, not today, son. And the dude, bam. Right, spot on, bro.
Right.
He did it, bro. He did it. Good, KR, good dude, bro. Stand-up dude, bro. Yeah. And KR mom, shout out KR mom. She's an author. She got a nice book. I read her book, man. Her book is awesome. KR's sister, man, with the daycare center, man. They're doing some positive things out there. I know I heard you.
Yeah.
Dumped Up Studios, C2 Lounge, man. Look, man. They're doing some good stuff out there.
Definitely, man. One more thing on the music before we get out with the music, man. One of your first artists, man, Yoke, man. How that came about, man?
With who?
With Yoke.
Man, Yoke came about with how can I explain it? Seeing Yoke perform at a Rock the Mic. And Phil said, Josh, man, I think she got the energy that we need, man. And I said, Love, that's what you want to do. Let's go with it. And Love said, bro, let's do it. Let's get it. We grabbed Yoke. And Yoke wasn't signed as an artist.
Yeah.
Yoke was signed as a brand.
Right.
When Yoke LeBlanc name was never on the paper. Vibes with Yoke was on the paper. We signed a brand. She was the first artist. Matter of fact, the only artist that we signed her as a brand. So that vibe with Yoke, just marketing everything with the Yoke and everything like that, the vibes, that all started out like that, But we first heard at El Cido's when her and her sister Stormy had performed one thing, I think Tatted Twins or something like that.
Twins, yeah.
That's how that started, bro.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
We did one album deal with Pretty Dope. Pretty Dope was on the project. Recorded at Titan. We recorded most of it at Titan.
Nah, definitely, man. We even got some. Me, you, and her got something together. We did. We just we got. I mean, and it's still relevant today. We just gotta drop it, so they may get that soon. Definitely get a video for that. Nah, man. But before we get out of here, man, you kind of touched on it earlier. You say you don't think that this is the only seat you're running for. It may be. So you have any seat in mind, or it's just as they come open, or what's next? What's next after this for you in the future?
After I win this seat, I want to learn everything this seat got to offer, and moving on to the future. 8 years from now, maybe. 8 years from now, maybe we start looking at something else as far. We start looking at something else as far as, I don't know, maybe city council, maybe something on the state level. But right now, I'm focused directly on the District 3 seat. Get my people involved. And Eric, before we get off the air, I want to stress this most important thing, man. We got over 40,000 kids in Lafayette Parish schools. All right. And when we have our monthly school board meeting, Eric, this is another thing I want to focus on. I shouldn't see an empty seat in the school board meeting. Right. On social media, we hear talk about the principals. We hear them talk about the bus shortage. We hear them talking about the uniform policy, the clear book sacks. We hear them talk about the hoodies. But when we go to the school board meetings, we don't see nobody over there talking about that stuff, man. Right. So with 40,000 kids in the school system, we should have a full school board meeting once a month. It's probably, hey, Eric, it's probably 150 chairs in the school board auditorium. Probably 150 chairs. So we can't get 150 seats filled out of 40,000 kids.
I could get 50 just on my Facebook. All the complaints I see.
Right. You know, so we have to get them in there, man. And look, Eric, it's not just because I want to see a full school board meeting. I want them to hear what's going on in our community. I want to hear where the tax dollars going at. I want to hear why this school is getting the turf and the other school not getting the turf. I want them to hear why this bus driver complaining because he need a gas stipend because he do elementary, he do middle school, and he do high school bus routes, and sometimes you got to take money out of his own pocket for gas. You know what I'm talking about? I want them to hear that some of the teachers said with the school supplies the kids getting, they still got to go in their pocket in their own money and buy supplies for the classroom. I want them to hear that.
Yeah,
I want to hear that, bro. So there's no way we can't fill 150 seats up out of 40,000 kids, man. Hey, Eric. That's less than 0.1%, bro.
Right.
You're a numbers guy. That's less than 0.1%.
Yeah. That's easy. That's easy work.
40,000? That's probably lower than that, bro.
Yeah. That's easy work, man. That's easy, man. Bro. That's big, man. Y'all heard it, man. Look, show up. You said is every Monday? You said?
No, it's every second Wednesday of the month.
Every second Wednesday of the month, man. Every second Wednesday of the month. And if you don't know when it is, man, hit Mr. Josh up. He's gonna let y'all know, man. Hit him up. Don't be afraid. Hit him up, man. Right now, man. Early voting going on to October 2nd. Election day, October 14th. Y'all get out and vote, man. Again, thank you, Mr. Josh. I appreciate you making the time, man, to come through, chop it up with me, man. Any last words you want to let them know where they could follow you at or for your camp or just anything you want to leave them with, man?
Hey, Eric, you interviewed me. You asked me about 5-6 questions, but I want to ask a question to you.
Yeah.
But it's a 2-part. There's a statement behind the question.
Okay.
So my question is to you, Eric. You're originally from New Orleans.
Correct.
All right. I know your story. You're originally from New Orleans. 2009, when Katrina hit, it uprooted you and your family from New Orleans, correct?
2005, but yeah, correct.
2005. Correct. All right. So
correct.
You come this way. Now you come from New Orleans to Lafayette in an area that's not familiar to you at all.
Right.
All right. And you acclimated yourself in Lafayette.
Right.
You put on comedies. You put comedies and rap things together. You did solo projects. You did a project with another gentleman. Then you did a project with some groups. Yeah. You know, you hosted events. You did a plethora of things that's positive in this area. Yeah. But you wasn't content with the situation, so you moved to California.
Right.
You just say, look, man, you talked about it. I used to go pull up to your mom's house and sit down with you.
Before I left. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. And we sit down and then you say, Mr. Josh, I'm gone, but I made my mind up. What was the driving force to have you leave your mom, leave your sister, leave your friends, your nieces and nephews, and go to California? What was the driving force behind that?
Them people that you just named. I'm the last one standing for as like, you know, still building my life and my family. And they already, you know, pretty much living theirs and going, you know, living their day-to-day life almost. So it's like I still have that opportunity to make a better life for my family.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to get out and then show them like, hey, look, we're not limited to this. This is where we're born. This is where we live. We're not limited to just this. If you're not happy with this, then find what you're happy with and go with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was just more so of hey, what's the worst thing that can happen? I'll come back home. I know I can live here. I know I can do this. And like you say, coming from New Orleans to Lafayette was a big move to me because I had lived no other place but New Orleans. So just being in a different place. It don't matter how big it is, it's different.
Right.
So I hadn't already had that, okay, I left home already. So for me to go ahead and, make a move and have a plan of, putting my mind to that's what I want to do, it happened. And it just always was in my mind was, what's the worst thing that happen? Oh, I go back home? Yeah. But in my mind, I'm not going back home.
Right. Right. So now this is my closing statement. You heard directly from Mr. Eric what he said about his transition from a city to city within a state and from a state to a state. People, it don't matter how you start. It don't matter what happens in the middle of all this transitioning. It matters about your decision and your determination and your destiny. Eric was determined and he made a decision and he went find his destiny. And sometimes it takes us to get away from what we're comfortable with. As long as he was right here underneath his mama, his family, and everything like that, he would have never found his true purpose or his destiny. So sometimes you got to leave the nest to find out what's best.
Facts.
I'm Josh Edmond.
Yes.
I'm number 103 on the ballot. It's early voting from now to October 7th. October 14th is the last day of the primary. I would love, and I would thank you for giving me your vote.
Yes. Appreciate you, Mr. Josh, man. Thank you, man. And that's another episode of the Str8 Factz Podcast where we speak straight facts, nothing but the facts. So don't make us fact check that, man.